This is WWE NXT Great American Bash 2023 full show results video, which takes place at HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas, and the show started with a mixed tag team match between Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazer, Valentina Feroz, and Yulisa Leon vs Metaphor, and the result of this match was Dragon Lee, Nathan Frazer, Valentina Feroz, and Yulisa Leon won the match by pinfall with an Ase DDT from Lee on Aro Mensah. The next match happened between D'Angelo Family vs Gallus for the NXT Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was D'Angelo Family defeated Gallus by pinfall when Tony blasts Joe with the crowbar, rocket launcher, puts stacks into the rest of Gallus, and then Tony hits double back suplex, and becomes the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Then we saw a Weapons Wild match between Blair Davenport vs Roxanne Perez, and it was really a wild match. In the final moments we saw Perez hits the side Russian leg sweep, setting Blair on the table. Roxanne goes up top, and hits splash through the table, and then hits pop rocks on some chairs and won the match by pinfall. The next match happened between Baron Corbin vs Gable Steveson, and it was a debut match for Gable Steveson. The match was good, and in the end, both came outside and started brawling on the floor. Steveson throws him over the announce desk and Corbin lays him out with a diving brain chop off the desk, and the referee Daryl Sharma counting as they brawl, and the match ended to a double countout draw. Then Lyra Valkyria is interviewed backstage and said she's thirsty for more and she's got a fire under her for her match on Tuesday, and she's very curious about the women's title match tonight. Suddenly Jacy Jayne blindsides her and they brawl until referees and road agents show up to pull them apart, and Rhea Ripley provokes an attack between Jacy Jayne and Lyra Valkyria. The next match happened between Dominik Mysterio vs Mustafa Ali vs Wes Lee for the NXT North American Championship. In the match we saw Rhea Ripley up on the apron to plead, but Lee drops Dom cold, giving her chase, and she pulls him off the apron and hits Riptide into the announce table. Back inside, Rhea Ripley throws the title in as a distraction, and referee De Brewer takes it away. Ripley gives him her title instead, but that was not enough to pin Wesley, and then Mysterio goes up top. Ali cuts him off with a dropkick, leaving him hanging in the ropes. Mustafa climbs up, hits the 450 splash, but RHA pulls him off the cover, and then Dominik hits a frog splash on Wesley, and won the match by pinfall, and retained the NXT North American Championship. Then we saw a submission match between Thea Hale vs Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship, and in the final moments, we saw Tiffany throws Thea Hale into the steel steps. Back inside, Moonsault, Boston Crab in the middle of the ring. Thea was crawling, struggling. Stratton drags her back into the middle of the ring, sitting down deep in the crab. Tiffany readjusts, a knee on the back, to the half crab, and Duke Hudson throws the towel in, and the referee called for the bell, and the result of this match was Tiffany Stratton won the match by submission with a half crab, and a knee to the back, retaining the NXT Women's Championship. Then we saw Dominik Mysterio and Rhea Ripley confront Dragon Lee backstage, and Rhea Ripley calls him a wannabe Rey Mysterio. Dragon says Rey is a legend, but he has his own story and Dom knows who he is, and Dominik Mysterio says his dad is a deadbeat and a hypocrite, not an original like he is, and he walks off. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Carmelo Hayes vs Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship, and it was a great match. In the end, we saw that both men were down, trading kicks to the face. A chop sends Hayes into the ropes, a falling elbow follows and they start trading forearms, then roundhouse from Melo, more forearms, stereo kicks, and both men are down and out, and then Melo goes off the top, and hits nothing but net finishing move, and won the match by pinfall to retain the NXT Championship, and the show goes off the air.